thriller movies, mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
All right, welcome back to fucking whatever we're going to call this. And today...
Dude, let's call it that. Fuck it, whatever.
All right, cool. Welcome back to fucking whatever. And today we're going to be reviewing the 2021 masterpiece, Psych, The Little Things. This movie stars Jared Leto, Denzel Washington, some other people that you go, oh, I've seen them before.
Freddie Mercury.
yeah, Freddie Mercury. So this movie's about an old cop that goes into town, meets a young cop. They're looking for a murderer, serial killer type, and the old cop, being played by Denzel, helps the young cop played by Freddie Mercury, and they kind of go after Jared Leto. Here's show stealer.
Yeah, the show stealer. I'm gonna go. Obviously, like, the acting isn't too bad in this movie. You know, okay. It's decent acting. Denzel, doesn't matter what he's in, he's still gonna try to fucking like blow it out of the water because Denzel Washington is awesome. That's what I really enjoyed. What about you? What did you enjoy about this movie?
So for me, I think again it was the acting. Obviously, Denzel nailed it. Freddie Mercury did a good job, but Jared Leto just came across as creepy as fuck. Like in all facets of his person. Like he looked creepy. Like his feel was creepy. His presence was creepy. And a little psychotic, but like under wraps kind of deal. So yeah, the acting with this one, like I really feel like this movie was just like True Detective season 1. Like it didn't rely on action, it relied on story and conversation and stuff, and True Detective was far better, but it still gave me that same feel.
Yeah. All right, let's go to breakers.
All right, showbreaker for me is the lack of action. It's not so much the pace of the movie. There was just like the pace was good with what was going on. There was just no action. There was just like a complete letdown. Not a car chase, not somebody's running away from gunshots.
There is a car chase, but it's just boring.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not a car chase. It's more a cat and mouse.
Yeah.
Like it's not exhilarating, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, let's just make all of these horror movie tropes super boring.
Yeah. Unclimactic. Car chases, and like to the point where there's even moments in the movie where I'm like, whoa, when the fuck did we get here?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. You know? There's just like my breaker. I'm just gonna go into my breaker.
Okay.
It's gonna be simple. The fucking script, in my opinion, just doesn't work. I felt that I've seen this movie. Let me throw the 7.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, again, it's kind of the same thing, but I mean, there are a million movies like this.
Yes.
There are subtle differences that makes this one like stand on its own.
Yeah.
But you know,
like it reminded, you said, what is it? True Detectives.
Yeah.
I was thinking of things like Law and Order. This is a Law and Order fucking episode. Special Victims Unit minus Ice-T. You know, like,
yeah, that's the feel it gives off. Like
yes.
Very like dramatic, like sad. Just we're fucking here, and we got this shitty movie. Like not shitty movie.
No.
That's the thing. Like my instinct is to say shitty movie. It wasn't a shitty movie. It was just bland. It was bland.
It was bland. And it really let me down because it is an interesting topic. It is interesting, but the way it came off and the way it was kind of like done, I've seen it before. I've seen it a ton on random cop show you can find on television, and it's damn, you got these, like, really, it felt like the script sucks. We need to get really fucking good actors in it.
All right, let's move to notable effects. What did you see? Any notable effects?
I mean, no, because even the
movie, like this book report is hard to do because with such a bland movie,
it's a bland.
There's no like pops,
no.
So it's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, no, there is no, need for. I mean, even the murders, because we're dealing with a murderer, we don't get to see any of that stuff, you know? So, no.
I agree. No.
Like, the
makeup on the dead bodies was good.
Yeah, I mean, they look dead, so...
Yeah.
But, I guess they visually may have, like, cut their, like, them breathing and stuff. But, yeah, no, nothing. No gunshots and where, like, or, like a stab or something where you have to digitally input that in, or, no. Yeah.
So I feel like the same is going to be said about Cinema Wow. Like, no.
I'm going to be a little different because I think the cinematography was clean. They definitely, like, okay, this is what we're trying to tell. This is the story we're trying to tell an audience. And they were able to do that. Was it stylized or kind of like...
Felt very noir.
Yeah. Like
very, like, here's the story, listen, kind of thing.
Yeah, like I compared it to Seven, okay? But Seven is stylized. Like, that's David Fincher all over it. That looks like a David Fincher movie and stuff. It's raining in the daytime, I mean, in the sunlight, So, yeah, but it worked. It worked, but it did kind of come off TV show-ish, Special Victims Unit.
Okay.
So
it was nicely shot, but it was very flat angle, like storyboarding, like just there was no cool twists or turns of the camera or anything like that.
No, there was no, like, the cinematographer really was told to do the bare minimum, just shoot the goddamn scene, dude. Fucking who cares,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
All right. Quotable lines. You got any quotable lines?
I'm going to go with that whole speech Denzel Washington tells Freddie Mercury at the end. The little things speech. I thought that was really good. It made sense. Like, when you have a titular line, the movie's called it, and he keeps saying it, and I thought it was good. It, that's what you do. You give Denzel Washington lines like that, and then the audience goes, yeah, I get it.
Oscar performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Yeah, that's the only thing worth talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into that one moment.
Okay.
Is there anything for you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with two, just to throw it off. One, I really enjoyed when Denzel is he's in that hotel room and he puts all of the crime photos up on his wall, and then he starts seeing the ghosts, not really, but just like hallucinations of the victims. And I was like, shit, there's your story.
Yeah.
There's your story that these...
I mean, that movie's been made a lot too, though.
Oh, yeah, but if...
It was an episode of House, actually, with LL Cool J.
Yeah.
He played the prisoner that kept seeing ghosts of all the people he had murdered.
But I think if they would have had that in there more... I know it was in there a lot, but I kind of enjoyed that. Like, just show that this officer... Huh?
Just show something. Anything.
Yeah. But to show that this officer is truly haunted by not solving these cases. And I think that's kind of like the wrap up of the story. But and then basically everything after when he's Jared Leto's going to take Freddie Mercury out to the desert, you know, like I think that's when the story kind of sped up and it got more intense, and I was like, okay, this is getting good, you know, but it took so fucking long to get there. So
yeah.
But what you got?
All right, so for my one moment, I have two. One quick overview of when Denzel grabs Jared Leto's dick in the interrogation room.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that's can't say I've seen that one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in all the cop shows I've ever seen, I've never seen that. You know what I mean? Like all the movies and shit, like, you know. But then the other one, I really enjoyed the scene when Denzel walks up on Jared Leto and his car at night, and he's like, "Nice car. You interested in selling it? What's the trunk space look like?"
space. Yeah,
Like, you know, that whole exchange, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. All right, sound and score? No.
Nope.
Yep. All right. So, was this movie a thrill or a kill? Did you love watching it, or did you have to get through it?
All right. I'm going to kill the first 2/4 of this movie, because until they get when Freddie Mercury gets in that car and it starts until the end, that's when it started picking up for me. So I'm gonna leave
I saw
that.
like little spikes in the story, you know, like the chasing on the highway, like the exit thing. Like, it's like, oh, now they're playing cat and mouse. Like, now he knows he's on to him, but he thinks he's too good to get caught.
Yeah.
So now he's fucking with Denzel. And then, like, the interrogation, dick grabbing. And then, like, you know, it just, like, it ramped up, but their peaks weren't high enough. There wasn't enough excitement to them. So it just came off very, like, ugh.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, it's that, you know, weak ejaculation. It's like, oh, we're getting ready for the awesome.
Yeah. It's like when it just dribbles down your dick and doesn't shoot out.
Yeah, just water.
I think that this movie was a killer for like the first. I would honestly say probably hour and 15 minutes easy.
Yeah.
And then the last would be the thrill, but even that wasn't thrilling. It wasn't kill, it wasn't thrill, it was just like mundane life.
Yeah.
Going to work at 5:30 in the morning. Like, it's not the worst shit ever, but you also don't love it. So
it's about as thrilling as stubbing your toe. You know?
Yeah. All right. Well, did you get your money's worth at least? Like, if you had to pay, what is HBO now?
$9.16 the ticket movie price. Okay. That's what you got to base it off of. Okay. We're going to the theater and seeing this. Okay. Quote unquote. We're going to the theater. Average ticket prices range about $9.60 kind of deal. So would you go see this in the theater? Would you get your money's worth for that amount?
See, this is the hard part about it, because knowing what I know now, no. But from watching the preview and like reading the synopsis on HBO, I would say, yeah. I would be like, oh, yeah, definitely. I'm trying to see this. This looks good. It's a letdown. So,
yeah.
No, I wouldn't get my money's worth out of this. No. But if I didn't know what I know now, yeah.
Back in the day, you'd see a trailer and you go, ooh, this looks like a good movie. And then you would get in the car, go to the theater, buy your ticket, buy your popcorn, buy your soda. That's easily by yourself. You're almost at, $25, $30 right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go to sit down and now you're out of the movie. Do you feel like I just wasted my money?
Yeah. I enjoy the movie going experience, like the tickets, the popcorn, sitting, the theater. But ultimately the movie was not worth it. It was not worth the $9 to whatever, $10, $12 people pay to go see movies. It wasn't worth that to me. So no.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. If I would have went to the theater and saw this and spent money, I would have been like, shit. I could have spent that money on something better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then waited for it to be on like rental or something, anything. But
all right, well,
you got to wrap up. Because I got some things
the
I want
movie
to.
sucked.
All right, so like after watching the movie, I really wanted to see who the fuck directed this. Who, and it's John Lee Hancock. Now
Okay.
I was like, I know that name. Where have I seen that name before? And John Lee, he directed The Founder. You ever seen that?
Yes.
That's the movie about the guy who stole McDonald's. He also directed A Perfect World and I think a couple other movies that I really liked and had uniqueness and style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not the direction. It's got to be that script. It's got to be, that's what the problem was, is that the writer fucked it up. And I found out he wrote the movie too.
Jesus Christ. So this was like his vision.
He's a producer. He's a triple threat. Produced, wrote, direct this movie.
They call those guys predators.
Yeah.
And that's fucking really hilarious. Like they refer to them like, I'm a predator. Yeah. I'm a producer, editor, and whatever. Like, so they shorten it to predator, and it's like, oh, cool. Stay away from my kid.
Yeah, that's nothing you want to be notorious, like known for at Hollywood. Hi, I'm a predator in Hollywood. Yeah, okay, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, sit your ass down. But yeah, I could not believe it. I was like, oh my God, this is a pet project. It's not a joke movie. Like I've seen movies being like have that triple threat where they direct, produce, write this movie.
Movies.
And it's shit, yeah. But this one just kind of like, I mean, even in those shitty movies, it's like, yeah, it was horrible, but it was hilariously horrible,
Or it was fun to watch how horrible it was.
Or
this movie's not horrible. It's just
it's fucking boiled chicken breast.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking boiled chicken breast. No salt, no pepper, no nothing. It's fucking boiled chicken breast. And then you just like...
That's a good way to describe it.
Ugh. Yuck.
This is like day 3 of boiled chicken breast.
Yeah, you just been microwaving it.
Yeah.
Like every day you take it out and you're like, I'm going to eat that fucking boiled chicken breast today. Let me microwave it. Yeah, I ain't going to eat it. Let me put it back in the fridge. And then you just keep microwaving it for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
But
so like that's the one thing that I did want to bring up is the ending. Like when he's out there sitting there with his kids and he gets that letter. Like his reaction to it was just so... Like he couldn't even react to it. He just gave up on life. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like he just put his arms down and dropped the letter and was just sitting there like, ugh.
Yeah.
like, do we finish this fucking movie yet? That was probably like the last thing that they filmed. So then he was like, no, this is my real reaction to this whole entire experience.
Yeah. The letter really said that the check didn't clear or something.
There's nothing left to this review because it's just bland. There's nothing to talk about.
Yep.
The acting was good, but that's it. Like shit script, wasn't shot very well, no action. Like there was nothing that was very thrilling. So yeah, fuck it. That's it. How many stars do you give it?
I'm gonna go 2 for the ending. Like, and Denzel's acting. Didn't hate it, so 2 stars.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna give it a 2.5. Same thing though, just the acting is really what saved the movie.
Yeah. They had fucking actors. It's just the meat wasn't there. The script.